Here we are, we're back at Lake Laurentian, and the purpose is we're going to follow up on what where we got lost last just a week ago. So it's the 11th of July, and we're going to head up the trail and pick up the orange trail. I have a little trouble with my camera. I can't see the picture too well. See what I can do. So here's our posts. There you go. And here we are at another signpost, and you'll see that the blue or orange arrow points straight ahead, and that's the direction we're going to head. Now we're at the crossroads that we're on last time. Those of you may recall that I took pictures here, and we're following the orange trail, which is referred to as the link trail, in that it links to the university. So what I really want to do is see where we went wrong, because there's no marking. So that's the whole point of today. Thank God spring says. She seems pretty perky right now. Now here's another one, and it shows the orange and the red. Which kind of indicates, I'm hoping, that it's combines the two trails. I'm not sure until you get through this and get the GPS and put it on the map and see where it is we are. So anyway, we'll carry on. Now we come to a marshy area, and water lilies in the lily pads. Just heard a big bullfrog. I had noted that there's probably a beaver dam in my when I did my excursion in the kayak. Showed this, and this little beaver's been here in a long time, so we're still on the trail. I was afraid we were going to be in muck. We've ran into quite a bit of muck along this way, but it's not too bad right here. In fact, it's quite good. Oh, I'm going to be able to show you the lake. I'm just going to turn here, and there's the water right there, and that's where we paddled a couple of weeks ago. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you a wetland. Very, very important. We need them. Some people think they need to be filled in. Not so. They filter. They take a lot of the garbage out. Oh, here is a little walkway that connects this pond to the lake, and we shall carry on. Okay, more directional markers. I'm going to make an assumption that we must be at the loop. It shows a loop. Anyway, we're going to carry on following the orange until I guess it doesn't show any further. plane, sorry. We even got a sign pointing to the conservation area, so I'm going to take a wild stab at it and say that we are on Laurentian University grounds. So there's our lake again. And here's an old trail marker. And I have yet to see where this all matches up to where I got lost. Okay, we're right at the shoreline now. As you could probably launch a boat from here if you could get down here. Anyway, this is an interesting trail. Just met a couple of kids and then their parents out enjoying our area. Told the parents that the older one was complaining about being hungry. Oh God, kids, eh? Anyway, we have hit a crossroads. Now, I wasn't this dumb like I am. I wouldn't have left my map in the car, which I got to take specifically today. But it's been a while since I've seen any orange markers. So there's a red trail. And somehow or other I got off the red trail. But that doesn't help, because you'd continue on and probably come around to the link. So our next excursion, I think, will be to pick up this trail from wherever it's supposed to be. So not exactly sure how far I've gone. I'm gonna make a mark here, and then we'll head back. It's now getting warm anyway. But this is good. You get tired of walking the same old places. So that trail, so this is part of one of the Laurentian trails. Now I can't remember what the blue trail is for, but I'll find out. We're going to take the same trail that we just were on. I reset the odometer to 0. It had been 1.79, which wouldn't be accurate. And we're on definitely part of the long trail and the blue trail, whatever the blue trail is. So, but I'll know that later. So we'll carry on. The dog is heading in the right direction. Now I've marked this spot waypoint 2. This is where the river, or the lake and the trail, we get close together. And we were here a few minutes ago. We got ourselves some visitors. Just doing around, roaming around. Some little ones. So here we are on the definitely on the trail, the lake, the university trail. But we got a marker for the other trail, so it's getting kind of on the confusing side, because it's definitely not orange. Now this looks like it could be an orange one. If it is, it's the first one I've seen. Another mini mo section where the trail divides into 2. I'm going to make this a waypoint as well. And I believe that, yep, there's our sign for the conservation area. Right there. So I'm going to mark this waypoint number 3. So here We show a red sign pointing on the link trail, but no orange sign. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Mama duck and all the little ducklings. Huh? We're getting visitors. I think they hear the voices and they're heading back. Some kids, I think, coming. Oh no. Cute. Well, I've been standing here by this this wetland for a while. I was trying to get a decent picture of a little wee turtle sitting on a log, but god darn it, I couldn't. I'll have to check when I download my the still shot. And then there's this fantastic sized bird. I don't know if it was a heron. I'm not that great on these big birds. I'll look him up though. I would have loved to get his picture. My God, he was like an aircraft taking off. So anyway. Very nice. Now last week I talked about the problems with mountain bikes and when the ground's not dry. Now whether the ground ever dries around here, but this is what happens, much like ATVs. So you get the soft spot and muck through there and it gets worse, and so they go to the side of it and the trail ends up widening. I guess the only way to prevent that is, well, I don't know if you can prevent it. Times they've put down wooden ramps from the ride on, but then they end up going off the ramps, and then you end up with exactly the same situation. So I guess you never have enough money to do what you have to do, or want to do, or maybe should do. So I'm back at the crossroads of the trails, the red trail and the orange trail. Last week we carried on that way on the red trail and coming from this direction. So since I'm measuring, and besides I don't want to go on that trail for a while yet, we're going to carry on this way. This link trail, by the way, spends a lot of time in the mud. It's quite low. You see tracks. And back to there. And there's numerous places like this. I remember starting out on it years ago, but I can't say I ever finished it because I probably had to turn back. Depends on the time of year. But I don't think it had a name then. So waypoint 5 is junction of the two trails again. I mentioned this before in this film and in the previous one. So now we head back down. Lots of children's voices, and hopefully I can get her in the water. She has a swampy smell about her. So here we are at the trailhead. It's Sort of going backwards. This is where we started out. I marked at waypoint 6. And that's today's adventure. Got a dog to wash, some water to drink, and a home to go to, and some wine to consume. See you again soon on the trails.